Hi, I'm Sophie Beem. I'm here chilling with my girl Jen from Brooklyn at Ladies First. Yeah, let's get it. And I'm here performing my song Skyline. Hope you guys like it.
Hey, what's going on? It's your girl Jen from Brooklyn. You know what it is? Another episode of Ladies First. As always, I bring amazing talent to the show. They can be up and coming or they can be established. Today, we have an up and coming young lady, I would say, because she's still a teen.
Yes.
But she's doing amazing things out here. She's from New York City. She's super talented. She's also signed to Beyonce's Parkwood Columbia Entertainment label. So I'm excited to have her here today. Get to know her and obviously see her perform and let me know what you think. One and only Sophie Beem. Sophie, what's up,
Hey,
mama?
what's up?
How are you?
I'm so excited to be here.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
I love the lipstick and the
Thank you.
jacket. It's just the glitter,
Yes.
glistening, and all that good stuff.
I love the sparkly.
So even being
Thanks.
just 17 years old, you've done a lot for yourself so far.
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind and it's been amazing, and I'm just so grateful, and it's just been so cool and so amazing to experience all this stuff.
And do you think that there's just any pressure at just such a young age to kind of make things happen and just succumb to just the pressures of the industry too? You know what I mean?
I'm always true to myself, and my mom is a big support system to me, so she's here by my side always.
Yes, mom's in the back.
Yeah,
You'll meet her in
she's
a few.
over there. But I love her so much, and she's guiding me through this whole experience, and it's just amazing to have her. And of course, there's pressures, but I think I work on it with her together, and we're always powering through everything.
Yes, I can see that dynamic between you guys. It's always teamwork.
Yeah, we're best friends.
So we're actually going to get to know Sophie a little more by these photos that she sent in. It's kind of, I ask these women all the time, what are the 3 things that inspire them to be the woman they are today, or the young lady they are today? So I guess through these photos, we'll learn more about you. And the first one is... This is you performing at your first show at
Webster Hall on the Charlie Puth tour, and it was my first tour ever. It was amazing, and it was my last show in Webster Hall, and it was my favorite one on the tour actually. And these are my dancers, and we're all repping Ivy Park, Beyonce's line, her sportswear line, and it was an amazing show, and it was something that I'll always remember in my life. One of my dreams is to perform at Madison Square Garden, so this was almost one of those dreams. So
up
it was
until
amazing.
that point, you hadn't performed to a bigger crowd like that before, right?
Yeah, so I actually was on X Factor, and that was my biggest crowd ever. It was over 1,000 people, but this was definitely the Charlie Puth tour was my first tour, my first show performing in front of fans, real live fans. So it was amazing.
And speaking of X Factor, you joined that show. You tried out when you were 13, right?
Yeah, I had just turned
God,
13.
Were you nervous for a 13-year-old?
Yeah,
going
I
into
was.
Something
it was my
X Factor.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was my first experience doing anything related to the music industry, really. And my mom is actually the one who signed me up on a whim, and was she called me up one day and she was like, guess what? I just signed you up for the X Factor, and we're going in 3 months. So get ready, get prepared. You have to perform 4 songs. So learn them now.
Wow.
And I love that she did that. And we took a risk because it was just such a good experience for me to have at that age, and just to learn about the industry. And we realized that X Factor definitely wasn't, it was very set up and staged, and it wasn't true artistry, not you're not making music and you're singing cover songs. And after X Factor, I really realized that I wanted to write my own music and become a songwriter, and just focus on being who I am as an artist.
I'm just trying to kind of let it settle in my mind. A 13-year-old just coming out to something like that, ginormous like that, and standing in front of superstars too.
Yeah, it was Simon Cowell, L.A. Reid, Demi Lovato, and Britney Spears.
My Lord. Wow.
Yeah, and Demi Lovato was one of my idols growing up. Camp Rock was such a big thing for me.
So what do they have to say about you? After you performed an original, or did you perform a cover?
I performed 3 different songs. They were cover songs. Pumped Up Kicks by Foster the People, Volcano by Damian Rice, and then Landslide by Stevie Nicks.
Okay.
And Simon actually said I looked like Britney, and Britney was like, oh, well, you're beautiful, blah, 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 blah. And then Simon was like, some people are born to do this, and you're somebody who's born to do this.
Wow.
Which was crazy, yeah. And he was so nice to me. And
that says a lot come from Simon Cowell, ladies and gentlemen. You already know he does not, throw out BS.
Yeah.
So wow.
And then L.A. Reid was like, I want to listen to your album all night.
Really? Really?
Like he was like, I love your voice, and Demi like really loved my voice too, and they were like, it's so unique. So they were really special things.
And that should have meant a lot. That probably meant a lot.
Meant
So you
so
come
much
from
to
Demi,
me. Yeah.
especially an idol like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. And you made it all the way to the top 40, right?
Yeah.
But that's when you ultimately decided to leave because you thought it was just not for you.
Well, yeah, I didn't make it. I only made it up to 40 out of 250,000 people, and it was like, I'm glad
Girl,
I got out at that
that
time.
is
because
amazing.
Thank
40
you,
out of 250,000.
thank you. Yeah, but I'm glad I got out of it like at that time, because then I wouldn't have been able to sign with Beyonce. So I'm really grateful. Yeah.
And speaking of B, the next photo is of you and the Queen Beyonce. Let me just say
She
something.
looks so good. I love that outfit.
She looks popping. She always looks popping. You guys look great, both of you. But
Thank you.
Clearly, Beyonce is one of the best to ever do it. In music in general, just across all genres, right? So for her to go and co-sign you and sign you to her label, let's take it back to how this went down and how it all happened. Like at first you were performing just in shows in New York City. By the way,
local
she is
gigs at the bitter end.
Yes.
Like open mics, just trying to get myself out there. And actually the general manager of Parkwood at the time came to one of my shows with her husband, really enjoyed it, and she asked me to come into the office of Parkwood and perform for the staff there. And she asked me to put together a package for Beyonce with a personal letter to her, like saying why I wanted to be an artist, like what music I wanted to create, like my inspirations.
What were your thoughts at the time when you get that phone call, Beyonce wants you to send her a package?
I know, it was crazy. I was like, oh my God.
I mean,
I was like, Mom, help me now. Mom, where are you? Mom, help me. But yeah, it was crazy. And we sent her photos, videos, and the music I had written at the time. And I was just like, I literally had only written like 10 songs in my life at that time. So like that's what I sent her, and she fell in love with this song that I had called Guy with a Gun. And but so Leanne, the old general manager of Parkwood, she actually flew out to where Beyonce was on tour at the time, at the Miss Carter tour, and she actually hand delivered the package to her, which was crazy to me. And within a week, I got a call from Leanne saying that she wanted to sign me as one of her first artists to her label. And I remember I was doing my homework in my room, and I got the call, and I was like freaking out, and I started crying, and I couldn't believe like what I just heard. And I was like, what does this mean, Mom? I think my mom found out before me, and she was like, here's the phone, like they have something to tell you. And like she like knew about it before, and I was like, are you kidding? Like,
you know what's so funny to me right now? I guess because you work with her directly, you seem pretty chill about it. Like, yeah, it happened, but I would be screaming my head off every day to be working with someone like B.
Yeah, it's so amazing, and I'm so like grateful that she assigned me as an artist, and just like having her as a mentor is just unreal. And like I pinch myself every day thinking like, how is this possible? So,
and it says a lot because she's only signed 3 artists to her label, right? So it's you, Ingrid, and Chloe, and Hallie, right, who were on the BET Awards. They performed there, and I know you were there
they
too.
Killed it.
So what is, I guess, some advice that how is she as a mentor? How does she let you be who you are as an artist? And what's some of the best advice she's given you?
Well, I think first and foremost, she always tells me to be true to who I am and create music that I want to put out. And like, she's like you have to love it and love what you do. And I mean, that's all she tells me. And then also like a funny piece of advice is that she told me to run and sing at the treadmill at the same time for stage stamina, because I dance while I sing too. So she does that too. So it's
that's
it's
how
so
she gets
hard.
through these 15 million concerts that she does. That's the trick.
Yeah.
To Q. Wow. That's amazing. Do you do that now?
Yeah, I do. It's
how
really
hard is it?
really hard. It's so hard.
Is it really hard?
Like you don't want to do it. It's so hard.
But you got to keep your body in shape.
Yeah, you do.
Like that,
and it
right?
helps so much with stage stamina. Like if I didn't do it, then I wouldn't be able to like sing and dance at the same time. Like,
Well, you got to keep up if you're going to be on stage with B, which you were on the Formation
that was crazy.
tour.
I was on the Formation World Tour in Milan, and that was unreal. So surreal, walking on stage and like performing in front of all those people. It was so crazy.
I mean, do you guys talk about also performance aspects of how to like bring that? Because when B performs, ladies and gentlemen, she commands attention.
Yeah. Before she performed for the Super Bowl, and before I went on tour with Charlie Puth, she allowed me to come to one of her rehearsals for the Super Bowl.
For the Super Bowl?
Yeah, and I got to see her.
The one she was solo, or the one that she was with
the dancers.
Okay,
yeah. It was just the one that just passed.
Okay.
So I went to one of her rehearsals and saw her like rehearse like with all the dancers, and it was crazy. Like her work ethic is just unreal, and like it just makes me want to work harder and harder every day. But that was just so cool to experience, and I don't know, it's just been amazing having her and like getting like the guidance from her, and like being able to learn from somebody like her who's literally been through it all, and I can learn from that, you know what I mean? So it's just, I'm so like grateful and so blessed.
So is she the type that, do you have a relationship where you can kind of just pick up your phone and just text her and say, hey, what do you think of this? Hi, you know, I need your advice on this and that and third. Do you guys have that close bond, or is it?
It's more of like a business relationship.
Okay.
I mean, like she's signed me as an artist, and she, whenever like I have a show, like she came to my show in LA with Jay-Z at the Fonda Theater, the show in LA with Charlie Puth, and right after she gave me notes on like what she thought about the show and everything. So she's definitely like involved, and she's definitely like giving me notes like about development and like growing better as an artist, and like that's like what I want most, you know what I mean? Like it's just like I want to focus on my music the most, and like I don't know, just the fact that she like takes the time to like give me that is just incredible.
But she definitely wants you to be true to yourself, so much so that I know she gifted you a necklace, right? Is that the next photo?
Yeah,
the City Kid necklace.
I'm wearing it right now.
That's dope.
See it.
So when did she give you that? And
she gave it to me at the show in LA on Charlie Puth tour, and it was in like this little gift bag. She gave it to me, and I opened it like later after she left and everything. But I was just like, oh my god, this is so beautiful. Like I'm never taking this off. So I literally haven't taken it off since, and it's like my favorite necklace. Yeah.
And it's listen, guys,
City Kid,
representing New York City,
yes,
born
New
and
York.
raised. You grew up in the Lower East Side, is that right?
No, on the Upper East Side.
On the Upper East Side, okay.
But I've been here all my life.
still New
I
York
love
City.
every single part of New York City.
And we were just talking about too, like once you're a city kid, that's it. That's why
Yes,
it's so perfect for you.
Yeah, and this song is actually on my EP, Sophie Beem EP, that I released before the Charlie Puth tour. And City Kid is like one of my favorite songs on the album. And it just talks about me like growing up in the city and being a city kid and being independent at a young age, and just all that stuff about repping New York City.
I love that. Yeah, a couple of your songs actually on your EP are all. It's a lot of New
really,
York.
Yeah, it's a lot of New York.
New
I mean, New York is within me. Like it will never like stop. Like being like I will always like represent New York, and it's like my hometown, you know what I mean? So
yeah, and
I love it so much, and it's a part of me.
Absolutely, and it's so inspiring also to the young ladies out here, you know, that live in New York and aspiring to be artists, because there are millions of us, right?
Yeah.
Well, not us. I'm not trying to be a singer, but you know, people out there trying to be artists and all that. That this can happen to a New York kid.
Yeah, of course.
And you know, actually bloom and start to become this amazing artist, and obviously sign to someone like a juggernaut like B. It's just super amazing. And finally, another woman. I don't know if I have to describe it or explain why she chose this person as someone to inspire her she is today. Mommy.
My mom.
Christina. And actually she's here in the building as well.
Yes.
Christina, come on in. Nice to have mom here. Does mom have a mic? Okay, let's give mom a mic.
Thank you.
So this is my mom, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's amazing. She's been with me like
All your life?
Yep, all my life. But like she just supported me like throughout my whole entire career, and she's gonna always be with me. So you're gonna be seeing a lot of her.
It's a team effort. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So when did you know that, hey, Sophie has a talent? I mean, I don't know. I'm not a mom yet. So it's kind of like, when do you realize or know that, wow, she's something special. I have to do something about this and really invest in her future.
Sophie was performing at a summer camp, and then there was a show, and I was working, and I never really got to go. And a friend asked me to come and check it out, because she said, you know, your daughter's actually pretty good. She really likes to sing, and I could see she really enjoys it. So I went that one time, and I ended up seeing the passion and how excited she was, and that, you know, I could hear a good note in between some of the ones that weren't so good. So when I confronted Sophie, she was like, oh my God, absolutely, this is what I want to do. And I think from there, you know, we really worked on getting proper vocal training and making sure she learned how to breathe, and just really tried to do it the right way. But it was something that I could see was in Sophie's blood, and she wasn't going to stop anytime soon.
Is there a performance in particular, because I am sure most parents have a song or just a performance, like I said, that really sticks out to you, that when you saw her perform it or her sing it, it just totally blew you away and it kind of just touched you down in your soul?
Yeah, it was a real milestone moment for Sophie. She was trying to master and learn Love the Way You Lie.
By Rihanna.
Yeah, by Rihanna. And and she just did not have the range. And there was a note that was absolutely driving her crazy. And she sat in her room for 2 days straight, if not more, and just kept trying to repeat hitting that note, hitting it over and over and over and over. And I was like, the poor girl is going to lose her voice. And then she called me in and she said, Mom, I want you to listen to it. Can you finally listen to the full performance of Love the Way You Lie? And I think it almost brought me to tears, not because she finally figured out how to master the song and to do it, and she hit the note, and it was pretty much all by herself. It was her determination. Was it perfect? I don't know, but it didn't matter. It was something that said to me, clearly she's going to dedicate the patience and have the perseverance to get where she wants to go, which we know in this career is something that is the key to succeeding, because you just never make it in one straight shot. There's many setbacks and many people who challenge you along the way, and you have to just believe in what you're doing and keep trying and do better.
Absolutely. Sophie, did you rap Eminem's part 2? Was it straight Rihanna?
No, it was actually Skylar Grey's version.
Oh,
so
Skylar
she
Grey's
wrote the
version.
song, yeah.
Okay.
And she had like a verse pre and a chorus and like another verse. So I did like Skylar Grey's version.
I could see why, you feel so empowered and just proud of your daughter here. And like, I would give you a lot of props for this, because a lot of parents out there, some kids, they don't get the support that they need from their parents. Yeah. A lot of kids, when they go, Mom, I want to be an artist, I want to be a singer, they're like, huh? What? No, go to school. So I applaud you, for supporting your daughter and really
thank you, Mom.
helping her through this journey. And
You're
music.
No, I think that's important too. Like, it is, most parents don't actually realize that in the end it's more important you do what you love and that you're happy, and that whether it's math and science or the arts, it's about really finding the thing that makes you excited and that you're passionate about. Yeah. So I always said, school's always going to be there, and she's a very good student, so it's not about dropping out of school because she didn't like school. This was really about a choice and an opportunity, and clearly if you get to work with Beyonce, you say, maybe I'll take a different path and we'll see what happens, and we'll make a decision later on about all the things that Sophie wants to do, because clearly there's a lot.
So now it's all about focusing on your career, so that you don't have college in sight, or college is on the back burner, or what's the move?
I definitely want to go to college at some point, but I don't know if it's going to be like when my friends go to college, you know what I mean? So I definitely I'm going to pursue a career in music first and foremost, and then later down the line, I definitely want to pursue going to college.
Listen, you're on the right track. So that's for damn sure. There's just so much that Sophie's doing out here, and I love it. The Sophie Beem EP is out, which is super exciting. You're also going to perform at Made in America, right?
And then Arthur Ashe Kids Day too.
It's so much going on. So look out for Sophie Beem. She's a super cool girl. She can sing. Queen Beyonce signed her. So obviously there's a lot to be said about her. Thank you so much, Christina. We love you. You're an amazing mom, so supportive. But now, Mom, you can't help her here, because we're actually going to play a game with Sophie.
Yay!
It's called This or That. So Sophie, it's a simple game. 2 photos are going to pop up on the screen, and you got to choose either or. So if it's, sneakers or heels, you choose whatever you like.
Okay, got it.
Very simple, okay? Yay. So you look at the screen.
Sounds fun. Okay.
Let's do it. Hop the turnstile or wait online to get a metro? What kind of girl are you? If there's your train is right there and you got to catch it, what kind of New York City kid are you?
Okay, I'll hop it.
You hop the turnstile?
I feel like I would have my metro card already.
Sell out MSG or the Barclays?
MSG. It's my dream to perform at Madison Square Garden. I saw all of my idols perform there. So,
Cat's Delicatessen or the Meatball Shop?
The Meatball Shop.
Yeah, you're not into cats like that?
I really like meatballs.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's it. That's a simple answer.
Yeah.
Skyline or Girls Will Be Girls?
Ooh,
super singles.
I really like both. They mean to me so much, in different ways. I guess right now I'm more into Girls Will Be Girls, because I just released my lyric video and music videos on the way, so I'm really pumped.
Which is also, ladies and gentlemen, in the Bad Moms movie soundtrack.
Yeah, I'm so excited. It's in one of the scenes in the end credits and on the soundtrack. So
wow. Super lit and looks so funny. Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's so funny. You have to see it. You have to see it.
I love Mila Kunis.
Yeah.
Collab with Sia or Rihanna?
Oh, this is hard.
So why is this or that?
Oh my god. Can I say both?
You gotta pick one. You gotta pick one.
Okay. I mean, it's always been like a dream of mine to like write with Sia and like collab with her, like actually write a song with her. So I think like I'm gonna say that.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Sure. You're
Yeah.
giving
I
me
mean,
that.
I would definitely want to work with Rihanna too. So like I just can't like make up my mind.
Okay, well, we're gonna go with Sia this time
Okay.
around. Okay, they won't judge you. Don't worry. Biggest New York stereotype: our accents or our bad attitudes. What do you hate the most that people say to you when you're in New York and you're out of town?
Probably bad attitude.
Bad attitude?
Yeah.
Well, you can live with the accent.
I don't think like everyone has an accent. So like,
But see, that's what people.
Yeah.
That's what New Yorkers think, though,
yeah,
right?
I don't know.
And then when you go out of town and
Maybe
you go to the
both.
city.
Yeah, true.
Oh, this is your this or that. Though I'm jumping in like it's mine. So you make the decision. Bad attitudes.
Yeah, I think bad attitude.
Realist when it comes to love or hopeless romantic.
I'm like both, I feel. Like I am like real like in a situation. Like I like obviously like reality like, but I'm also like a hopeless romantic. Like I love watching like romantic comedies. Like that's like my favorite genre of movies. So this is really hard. I feel like okay, I'll just do hopeless romantic for this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the X factor in a guy? Confidence or creativity?
Confidence.
Confidence.
You gotta have confidence. Yeah.
Okay. More epic. Lemonade or Beyonce's visual album?
I personally like fell in love with Beyonce's visual album. I was like it's like my favorite album of hers. I loved it so much. Still to this day, it's like my favorite.
Worst bad mom, Peggy Bundy or Roseanne?
Roseanne.
Win an American Music Award or be the global face of Chanel?
American Music Award.
Even though you're a big fashion girl too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Music means like so much to me.
More important, the lyrics or the melody?
Ooh. The lyrics or the melody? I think the melody. I love like coming up with melodies. Like that's my favorite thing to do. Like as a songwriter, like is the melody portion.
And final question. Your mom's throwing a huge birthday party for herself, but Beyonce asks you to perform with her at the Grammys. Who do you choose? Hate to put you in this situation.
Oh God.
If you had to pick.
I feel like my mom would like come with me to the Grammys and like celebrate her birthday. Like
but
there.
if it was a party that she spent all this money on.
I feel like she could move it. I love you, mommy.
Mom's like, you better choose me, damn it. No, I'm kidding.
I choose both. I have to choose both. I want to choose both.
You want to choose both? Okay, I don't want to put you in this situation because you look super uncomfortable. So thank you so much, Sophie, for taking part of this or that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Sophie's going to hit the studio and perform one of the songs off of her EP. And it's a little ode to New York City. So I hope you guys like it. You ready, Sophie?
Yeah.
I ain't even here right now. I ain't even here right now. I ain't even here right now. Right now. Silhouettes are made of stories. Windows into someone lonely. Everything can change by morning. Right now someone's waiting for you. This chandelier is luxury, but what's a penthouse view to me? I'm walking on a skyline. High rises and balconies, but what's the top the view to me? We're walking on a skyline. Think the host to the door man to lock up the elevator. Gives us so much too exclusive. Tell me what's her name will be here, but she ain't even here right now. And I think all the drinks I've been drunken, the ice in the bucket is melted. We could do much better, we don't have to. I ain't even here right now, right now, right now. I ain't even here right now, right now, right now. I ain't even here right now, right now, right now. I ain't even here right now. forever. 3 a.m. we on a stretcher. Diamonds in the sky get weathered. You get dressed until you're treasured. The chandelier is luxury, but what's a penthouse view to me? I'm walking on a skyline. High rises and balconies, but what's the top the view to me? We're walking on a skyline. Think the house or the doorman's like up the elevator and gives us room is too exclusive. Told me what's the name will be here, but she ain't even here right now. And I think all the drinks have been drunken up. The ice in the bucket is melted. We could do much better. We don't have to. I ain't even here right now, right now, right now. I ain't even here right now, right now, right now. I ain't even here right now, right now, right now. I ain't even here right now, right now. I ain't even here right now. I ain't even here right now. I ain't even here right now. Right now, right now.
Yes! Her name is Sophie Beem, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you guys so much.
Sophie, you're glistening, you're gorgeous, you sound amazing. Let them know where you can find you and all your social media.
Yeah, so my EP is out right now, Sophie Beem EP. You can find that in iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, all that stuff. And my Instagram is Sophie Beem, Beem, and Twitter, Sophie_Beem. My Snapchat, Sophalope, SOPHALOPH. And yeah.
She's out here. Check out for her. She's going to be at the Made in America Festival. I'm sure killing things.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
So much more going on.
Hopefully I'll see you guys there.
That's right. It's your girl, Jen from Brooklyn. Ladies first.
Bye.